Auto sequence initiated.
The second umbilical now retracting and the engine sequence start has begun. The turbo pumps now up to flight speed, counting down to liftoff. Engines at maximum thrust. And liftoff. Liftoff of the 66th Progress resupply vehicle outbound to the International Space Station. Good roll, pitch, and yaw program reported from the blockhouse at Baikonur. The first stage engines operating normally. Vehicle is stable. Good engine performance reported from Baikonur.
50 seconds. Chamber pressure in thrusters is normal. 60 seconds. Yaw pitch roll nominal.
Good yaw pitch and roll program reported.
70 seconds into the flight, all nominal.
73 seconds into the flight, everything reported to be operating normally on the Soyuz booster.
80 seconds. All booster parameters and onboard systems are nominal. 90 seconds. First stage thrusters operate nominal.
1 minute 40 seconds into the flight, everything proceeding normally with the first stage performance of the Soyuz-U booster. The first stage separation, the 4 strap-on boosters separating, coming up just seconds from now.
Parameters are normal.
And we have booster separation.
120
First
seconds.
stage separation reported, everything proceeding nominally. The Soyuz booster now 30 miles in altitude, 73 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome, traveling almost 4,000 miles an hour.
140 seconds. All the onboard and systems and booster parameters are normal. 150
The
seconds.
next major milestone will be the jettisoning of the launch shroud. And the launch shroud has been jettisoned. 2 minutes 41 seconds into the flight.
180 seconds. All booster parameters are normal. The exact time of launch.
All the vehicle structures and all the structural parameters are reported to be normal.
18.
3 minutes 15 seconds into the flight.
Seconds into the flight, the second stage thruster is operating nominal. Repeating exact launch time 08583.
The second stage engine is firing normally.
210 seconds into the flight, all booster parameters and onboard systems are nominal.
Second stage shutdown will occur at the 4 minute 45 second mark into the flight, just over a minute from now.
230 seconds, the vehicle is stable.
The vehicle is stable. As we approach the 4 minute mark into the flight, nothing but good reports so far from the blockhouse in Baikonur.
These thrusters operate nominal. 250 seconds, yaw pitch and roll parameters nominal.
Yaw, pitch, and roll program are perfect. So far the Soyuz is dead on, flying straight as an arrow, everything in good shape.
Seconds.
4 minutes 15
All
seconds
booster
into the flight.
parameters and systems are nominal. 270 seconds, all parameters of the booster rocket is nominal.
4 minutes, 38 seconds into the flight. We have second stage separation.
The third stage.
The second stage separating at 104 miles in altitude, 179 miles downrange. The Soyuz and the Progress traveling almost 7,500 miles an hour.
Lower skirts.
The third stage engine up and running. This burn of the third stage engine about 4 minutes in duration.
Vehicle is stable.
Good vehicle stabilization reported.
320 seconds. All booster parameters and onboard systems are nominal. 230 seconds. The third stage thruster operates nominal.
Third stage engine continues to burn normally at the 5 minute 40 second mark into the flight. Just over 3 minutes of powered flight remaining.
350 seconds, all nominal. .360 seconds. Your pitch roll parameters are normal.
The international fleet of supply vehicles that started a couple of months ago with the launch of the HTV, the White Stork, now the Progress, the SpaceX Dragon, soon to arrive at the International Space Station, the flotilla of resupply craft heading for the station. 6 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight, about 2.5 minutes left in powered flight.
390 seconds. All booster control parameters are normal. 400 seconds, vehicle stable.
Everything's stable on the Soyuz booster, the Progress resupply craft riding on top of the third stage.
410 seconds.
As we are now 6 minutes, 45 seconds into the flight with 2 minutes of powered flight remaining.
420 seconds. Yaw, pitch, roll, rotation parameters are normal.
Good yaw, pitch and roll program reported. Vehicle stability is excellent.
430 seconds. Third stage thrusters operate normally. 440 seconds. The vehicle is stable.
7 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight. The third stage continues to operate normally, sending the Progress to its preliminary orbit.
All nominal. Structure parameters and the booster parameters are all nominal.
Booster parameters are normal, according to the flight control team, both in Baikonur and at the Russian Mission Control Center.
Booster performing nominally.
Approaching the 8-minute mark into the flight, less than a minute of powered flight remaining.
480, all parameters nominal. 490, the stability is nominal. 500 seconds, the
8 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight. Everything continues to be very, very normal on board the Soyuz booster.
570.
No issues reported so far.
Yaw and roll parameters.
The final few seconds now of powered flight.
520 control parameters nominal. 500.
We have third stage shutdown and third stage separation. The Progress is now in its preliminary orbit, standing by for array and antenna deploy.
The report is over.
And reports now being received from the Russian Mission Control Center that the Progress has deployed all of its navigational antennas and its solar arrays. So the Progress has ridden a true Soyuz-U on a perfect launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. An 8-minute, 46-second ride from the launch pad at Baikonur to its preliminary orbit. The Progress now on its way, beginning a 2-day rendezvous to reach the International Space Station for an automated docking in the early morning hours Central Time on Friday, docking scheduled at 2:34 a.m. Central Time. And this view from the black and white engineering camera on the outside of the Progress vehicle as it begins its journey to the International Space Station. Again, liftoff occurring right on time at 11:58 and 33 seconds p.m. Central Time, 12:58 and 33 seconds a.m. Eastern Time, which was 2 minutes before noon at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. The Soyuz-U booster lifted off. All of its operation for all 3 stages was perfectly normal. 8 minutes and 46 seconds after launch, the third stage shut down, and the Progress separated from the third stage and immediately deployed its antennas and solar arrays as planned as it begins its 2-day journey to the International Space Station. At this point, the Corps' automated rendezvous system on the Progress is going through what is called a self-test, a preliminary test of its systems to make sure it is operating. That will be the guidance for the Progress during the terminal stage of the rendezvous on Friday morning. That will lead the Progress to a link-up to the Pirs Docking Compartment on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station.